What actually happened to you in Skalitz? I mean, during the attack and... well, you know.
That's a long story. Not a very cheerful one. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
I do.
All right, then. It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold. Hello, you. Come here. And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring. I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, weed the garden, feed Tinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
テレサから始める DLC って完全にテレサを操作して追体験するんや。おお、てっきり長い会話とかムービーが流れておしまいだと思っていたが、この展開は予想しとらんかった。ということは、私たちが回れなかった襲撃前のスカーリッツを見ることができるね。テレサ視点ということになるけど、ほんまやな。弓が少し扱えて、おう。犬の扱いに長けている。テレサが飼っている犬の名前はティンカーって言うんだね。いつもの日課、庭の雑草を抜いて、鶏とティンカーに餌をやる。そのうち、ヘンリー君が目の前に現れたりするんよな。この日は襲撃よりもどれくらい前なのかな。私たちの認識では初めて出会ったのが釘を買いに来たテレサだったよね。同じ町で暮らしてはいるけど、この時は、どんな仲だったとか知らんしね。ヨハンカとかもうちら、どこにいたとか知らんねんな。
That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again.
セープ用のお酒しか持ってへんかったから。次は食料庫とかかな。ツビシェクが寝てるね。後から知ったんやけど、彼はテレサの家の居候やったんやって。そんで、襲撃の際にテレサを盾にして自身は逃走した。あいつ最悪や。って話をテレサから聞いていた。話だけじゃなく、追体験で目の当たりにすることになるね。女の子を盾にして自分は逃げるなんて、クスすぎる。
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat.
ワンちゃんはお肉しか食べへんから、肉片を持っておくか。テレサパパ寝てるな。戦いがあるかわからんけど、武器も準備しておきたい。餌ってどこやろ。鶏の餌ってこれか。
Here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Here you are, girls. Fill your beaks.
ここやな。ヘンリー君で口笛吹いて、馬に乗って逃げたんやったな。ああ、これから惨劇が始まるとわかっている。3日はおしまい。
Samuel, I don't want to hear you're the last one at the mine again. Teresa! What's the matter with you today, girl? You're like a lost soul.
おとん一人で何言うとん。 サミュエル・ネットとか言ってる。
Teresa?
What do you need, Papa?
Go up and see the blacksmith. He made some nails for me. Here's some coin.
All right. Anything else while I'm at it?
No, unless you want to stop off at the market and buy some supplies. And before you go, wake Samuel. The boy's still lying in bed and won't stir. He ought to follow your example and Stebor's. You two don't have to be pushed to work. Well, at least he's still better than that good-for-nothing Zbyszek. The lazy wretch. A helper like that isn't worth a damn. If it weren't for his father, God rest his soul, I'd have thrown him out on his ear long ago.
Now, Father, you shouldn't be so hard on Zbyszek. You know he hasn't had an easy life.
And who has, girl? That's no excuse for laziness. You could tell him to get his ass to work, too.
Right. Go for nails, send Samuel and Zbyszek to work. If it's at all possible.
Aye, just so. Oh, and Teresa, once you've done all your chores for the day, I've a little surprise for you.
A surprise, Pa? Don't you want to tell me about it now?
Curiosity killed the cat. What kind of surprise would it be if I told you, girl?
Oh, all right.
国のお使い来た。あん時、ヘンリーが釘持ってたのはどうやら、クネシュの釘っていうのをそのまま渡したっぽかったで、トランク探しに行かずに釘を持っていたってやつか。頼まれたものではなかったけど、釘は確かに持っていたようや。
Sammy, get up. It's broad daylight and the birds are singing.
Yeah, I'm up.
Have a bite to eat before going to the mine.
All right, Ma. You don't have to treat me like a child. Looks like it'll be nice today, eh? I could go to the pond fishing.
But you have to go to work.
I know. But maybe I can slip off after lunch.
There'll be no slipping off. You know very well Namoy has been complaining about you.
What about dropping that pail on Tonda's head? It was an accident.
Not the first accident you've had, though, was it?
Well, there you go then. If I leave early, nothing'll happen to anyone. And you can cook the fish for lunch tomorrow.
You silly sod. All you ever do at the pond is lie around. The only thing you'll catch is more trouble from the mine master when he finds out. Well, if you're not a child, you can sort it out yourself with Namoy.
Don't I always?
テレサの弟やな。最近私たちが関わったキャラクターの名前も出てきたね。ネモイさん。ああ。鉱山に残って洞窟していたけど、誰かに突き落とされてしまったな。おっと、誰や？
Good day.
How's it going, Steeball?
スティボールさん、テレサのお兄さんか。
I'll just be
お
hanging
兄
around
さん
the
もい
mill
たんやっ
today,
たか。
carrying sacks of flour and that. In the afternoon, I'll go and check the fish trap. Then me and Pa have some matters to attend to in the evening.
What matters?
It's nothing to worry your pretty little head about, sister.
Oh, yeah. The Millers and their secret matters.
It's something like that.
例外に漏れず、テレサの粉引き書の悪さしてんねんな。粉引きが、みんな盗みとか頼んでくる。なんでだろうね。テレサは関わっていないようだけど。そしたら国もらいに行くか。あ、ズビシェクに声かけるの忘れとった。もう、始まって早々しくじってますやん。会話は、もうできんみたいや。まあええかズビシェクやし。ヘンリー君が逃げてきた城の抜け道。襲撃時には、ムービーが入って抜けた後だったね。あの時、こちら側へ引き返していたら何かあったんかな。お、テレサは猟犬のパークで、犬を人にけしかけることが可能なんやな。ヘンリー君には、全く必要ないから取得してないわ。人に対して戦え、コマンドが出ているね。
That's really quite a pile of hay you have.
You're telling me. There's no end to the stuff.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I ain't the youngest. truth be told. But I can still handle one cartload of hay.
I hope so. It's just that it seems like there's no end to it at all.
Indeed. I'd rather see it all burn to ashes than keep breaking my back here for all eternity.
おいおい、フラグ立てるんじゃないよ。この後全部燃えるね。こっちが、ヘンリー君の家とか地場やな。ご両親が切られるところを眺めて立っていた場所。懐かしいな。左手進んだところにクネシュがおったけど、テレサに対しても感じ悪いんやろか。
Be off now. You don't
おった。
belong here. What are you... God be with you.
What news, neighbour?
What do you want, mill wench? Did your old man send you? I paid him for his flour last week.
ほう、小麦粉の代金は
No,
支払ってい
nothing
るん
like
や。
that. I was
ハ
just
ンマーや
passing
斧
the time of day.
の代
Then
金
go
は
and
返し
pass
て
it
いな
with
かった
someone
ね。
else. I'm not in the mood for women's gossip. Just like my old woman, by Christ.
Where is she anyway? Your wife, I mean. She's been away quite a long time, hasn't she?
She went to see her family. Said her brother died. What's it to you, anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bah, she never said a word about him. And all of a sudden she goes rushing off all the way to Costanet saying he's kicked the bucket. Aye, she's been gone a long time. Far too long. Brother or no brother, I'll take my belt to her backside when she gets back. Anything else?
はは、どうしようもないな彼は。そうだね。ただ、この時代の女性には、割と人権がなかったという時
Has
代
it
背
crossed
景
your
も
mind that
知っ
maybe
ておかなくちゃいけないかもしれないね。
she's not
クネ
coming
シさん
back?
だけが特別ひどいわけでもなく、登場人物の中で地位ある女性って普
Clear
通
off
しか
back
出
to
て
your
きとらんよ
mill.
な。
I've no time for your tales.
I'd say that answers my question. Good day to you.
テレサでも喧嘩になってしまった。
Anyway,
そして、テレサを操作していても、ここに引き寄せられてしまったか。今回は、経験積んだ状態で、あかねちゃん来たよ。
greetings. They're
ま
rolling
た
well
負けて
this
る
game.
ぐぬぬ。とりあえず残り全突破である程度取り返しておいた。ヘンリーならともかく、テレサが全部吸って釘の代金ない展開も見てみたい。おう、ドイッチもいるね。
Greetings!
What news, neighbour?
News? Have you not heard, girl? The Empire is falling asunder under the hands of the king.
How do you mean?
King Sigismund of Hungary besieged Kuttenberg, and quite rightly too, in my opinion, because King Wenceslaus' rule is no rule at all. I am not the only one who would rather see his brother Sigismund on the throne.
Such affairs have nothing to do with the likes of me. What I care about is how much grain we have to keep the mill making a living for us. Affairs of state are the concerns of royalty and nobility.
You're quite right. A woman should not trouble her heart with political
女がって
matters.
発言。
You had
現代
better
なら
go
問題。
back to your chores, so that you do not make your father angry, no?
おわ、
Here,
ビアンカ
enjoy it.
君は生きているのか？未だに、ヘンリーの目の前に現れてくれない。
Bianca, how come you're up so bright and early?
Papa has me running around from dawn till dusk. You know how it is.
Indeed I do.
I'm glad you're here, Tess. You've got to help me with something. But first, can you go and see Henry for me? He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, as usual.
Oh, playing around with wooden swords again?
Aye, he's getting ready for the life of a mighty warrior.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to protect you from outlaws with wooden swords.
Oh well, boys and their games. Listen, would you bring him a beer from me?
But why don't you bring it yourself?
If Pa saw me running after Henry, he'd tend my hide. but I can't leave him dry in this heat.
All right, I'll bring the beer to him.
Thanks. And don't forget to tell him it's from me.
Everyone knows all the beer in Skalitz is from you and your pa.
You know what I mean. And listen, Tess. Once you've given him the beer, come back to me again. Meanwhile, I'll make an excuse to Pa. I need you to go somewhere with me, but I'll tell you all about it after. Run along, before the beer gets warm.
おう、ヘンリーの時にはなかった話が続いてなんか新鮮。テレサとビアンカは仲が良さそうだね。あの場所に悪ガキ3人がたむろしていたけど、別の人やな。裏で攻略した水亀っていうクエストで見かけた NPC の名前がちらほら。
How are you getting on, neighbor?
What is it, Teresa? Did your father send you? Does he need me to count his groschen for him again?
What? Father wanted you to count groschen for him?
Yes, not long ago. Quite a pile he had too. I had to write it all down for him. I never knew the mill was that profitable.
That's interesting.
裏ではもう買ってるみたいやな、テレサパパ。この先がドイッチの家やな。ツビシェクたちとも戦った広場。
God be with you, Teresa. God be with you. What can I do for you?
What's new in the village?
There's to be a dance this evening. Again. Can we not find some other way to enjoy ourselves for a change? Harvest Festival, Pentecost Festival, dances, church, and dances again.
What else would we do for fun?
I heard they have combat tournaments in Rattay sometimes. The men put on shining armour, and folk can watch them battering each other. That must be lovely to watch. Why can't we have something like that once in a while? After all, Sir Radzig is the royal hetman.
But for a tournament you need knights. We don't have enough here in Skalitz.
Ah, but Sir Hanish's tourney in Rattay is even for commoners. Even our fellas could enroll there.
Oh my god, don't say that too loud. I can just imagine how my brothers would be tripping over each other to enroll.
They wouldn't be the only ones, would they? How about that Henry? He's always waving that wooden sword around like you'd think he was getting ready to go on crusade. But there's an interesting thought now. Which of our fellas do you think would win?
腕っぷしで言ったらフリッツだろうな。せやけど、やはり期待を込めて、我らがヘンリーを選びたい。
Henry would win for sure. He's always practicing with that wooden sword, like you say. And besides, he's a blacksmith's son. They're always strong from hammering iron all day.
Do you think so? Don't say anything, but I think that Henry's a bit of a fool. And he doesn't overwork himself at that forge.
Anyway, enough about tourneys. I must be on my way. Take care.
ちょっと、テレサ、気を悪くした？他のお友達はどこにおるんや？さらに、資金を倍にして、ヘンリーにビール届けることにしたで、ガンガンに、ダイス転がすテレサを想像したら面白い。転がしてる間近くを通った村の人が挨拶してきてたで。バニエックス賞の姿は見えひんかったな。結局、マシューやフリッツたちも、どこにいるのかわからなかったけど、少しクエストを進めてみて様子を見るよ。
God be with you, Henry. Mind you don't get hurt.
はは、
Good day, Teresa.
うちらの分身がおるやん。お、素振り止めるんやな。ゴドウィン神父の時は殴られたよね。
Take that. Are you talking to me? I don't see anyone else here, so... Die!
おう、やるじゃないか。
I brought you a beer. I'd say you'd need it after a hard battle.
Ah, great. It's as hot as Pa's Forge out here today. That's very sweet of you to get me a beer.
私から。子は、テレサはそんな子じゃない。
Actually, Bianca sent it. Her pa doesn't want her to come here.
Ah, I see. I'll make it up to her this evening.
I don't want to know how. How come you're training on your own today? You're usually here with that vagabond. What's his name?
Vanyek. And he's not a vagabond. He's a wayfaring combat master.
Well, it looks like he's off wayfaring somewhere else today.
Yeah. More likely sleeping off last night's boozing. Actually, since I've no opponent today, wouldn't you like to have a go? I mean, a bit of swordplay. I could teach you.
Me? Swordplay?
Sure. Why not?
All right then.
弱小ヘンリー君を叩きのめしてくれよ。この頃であれば、テレサにも負けそう。
swat a mouse with a broom with my eyes closed.
Yeah, I knew you had the heart of a warrior. Let's go then. Come on then. Show me what you're made of. Whoever is the first to hit the other 10 times is the victor.
What if I hurt you though?
Ah, don't worry. I can handle it.
ああ、そうか。マスターストライクも、パーフェクトガードもないから。なんとか、自分のターンを作り出さんとあかんな。くっそ。女の子には強気で攻めてくるのかよ。もっと弱かったやろ。スタミナが今のヘンリー君とは全然違うな。勝ってるのか負けてるのか。
Don't go easy on me, Hal.
Ah, very good.
Henry, really? Now that is hardly chivalrous behavior. Now, I shall have to fight for my honor. Take that, you scoundrel! Are you alright?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Are you mad at me?
No, of course not. It's my own stupid fault.
Well, that'll teach you to go around slapping decent, God-fearing girls on the backside. Let me have a look at it.
No, it's only a scratch and a couple of splinters. And I didn't mean to, you know.
Show me that.
No, really, it's nothing.
You know how it is, Hal. He who lives by the sword
Dies by the splinter, eh?
There now. By the way, You owe Bianca for that beer.
テレサ男前よな。ねえ、それと、ヘンリーの手の怪我ってこういうことだったんだ。てっきり、師匠とのトレーニングで怪我したものだと。テレサが相手の時の負傷やったか。明らかとなった謎の一つやね。
God safe. What can I do for you?
What else was it you wanted from me?
You brought that beer to Henry then?
I did.
Uh-huh. And what did he say?
He had no one to train with, so we had a bit of swordplay together.
You playing with swords?
Yes, and as it happens, I did quite well. Actually, a bit too well. I hit Henry on the hand and wounded him.
Really, Tess? I never knew you were such a warrior girl. He had it coming, the donkey. Maybe it'll dampen his enthusiasm for adventure. All right, but now I can tell you what I wanted. Fancy a walk in the woods?
Right now? You want to court me in the shade of the pines?
No. I need to pick herbs for distilling schnapps. Henry's favorite.
Henry's favorite? I see.
Yes. I'd like to give it to him tomorrow.
I might have known it'd be about Henry again.
Oh, you know how it is, Tess. Don't worry. You'll find a fella one day.
That's easy to say when you work in a tavern where there are fellas swarming around you all day. All I see at the mill are sacks of flour.
What about Zbyszek?
Zbyszek? I'd rather settle for a sack of flour.
I suppose. Your pa would never let Zbyszek have you anyway. Not long ago, when he had a few too many, I heard him say how he was going to get you the richest husband for miles around.
Oh, Pa. I hope that was just the beer talking. What herbs do you need?
I've got almost everything, except belladonna. I know a clearing where the best plants grow.
Belladonna? But that's deadly poison.
It is, if you don't know what you're doing. But don't worry, I haven't poisoned anyone yet.
Why don't you go and pick it yourself?
Pa won't let me go on my own. They say a wolf was seen in the woods recently.
A wolf? Hereabouts?
So they say. But it was old Blaha who claimed to see it, and he's never sober. Still, I wouldn't want to go there alone.
Couldn't your brother go with you?
Adam? He'd shit himself if he saw a wolf. And besides, someone has to take care of the tavern. But he could lend us his bow. Good thinking, Tess.
Thanks. So, you're going to borrow a bow from Adam, and then you want me to go with you to pick belladonna in the woods?
Actually, it's not entirely that simple. Adam won't lend me his bow. The last time he did, I broke the string. You'll have to get it from him. Anyway, I don't know how to shoot. But Stibor taught you, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
It doesn't matter. If the wolf sees a bow, he won't come near us. So will you go and ask Adam? You know he's always liked you. Just give him a wink and the bow is yours.
You might be able to do that with Henry, but me, well...
Come now. You're as pretty as any lass in the province. And once you've got the bow, meet me on the bridge by the lake, alright?
Alright, I'll help you. But next time I want something from you, I don't want to hear any excuses about how you have to see Henry.
Deal. You're an angel, Tess.
お、弓を借りて、ハーブを摘みに行くんやけど、クエストのタイトルが狼の遠吠え。狼が出ちゃうのか。
Me and Teresa are going to pick herbs. Adam, keep an eye on things here while I'm gone.
Yeah, sure. Just be back before the place fills up in the evening. Up.
God save Teresa.
Greetings.
I heard you're a really good archer, and that you've even got your own bow.
Yeah. I've got a bow. I made it myself. And I can hit the tree behind the tavern at 20 paces.
Good heavens, that's amazing. Would you lend me your bow for a while?
Lend my bow? To a girl? Well, I don't know, Teresa.
Hey, Adam. If you lend me your bow, I'll dance with you at the next celebration.
Oh? You would? Really? Alright, here's the bow then. And some arrows. Take it all.
Thank you so much, Adam.
ちょろいっすね。
May the Lord watch over you, Tess.
I've got the bow. We can get going.
Great. Come with me. Hey, Teresa, wait. There's a magpie's nest somewhere on that tree. Last time I was passing here, I saw that bird carrying something shiny to its nest. Listen. Since you've got a bow, why not try and shoot the nest down? Adam does it all the time. So I'm sure there's nothing to it.
そういえば巣があるってよく表示されるねんけど、どれやねんって思ってて、これまで一度も撃ち落としたことなかったわ。で、どこ狙えばええん？
I wonder what could be in that nest.
ああ、木の上にあるでって言われてからじっくり見たら、確かに丸っこい影見えるな。
Quick before the magpie comes back. God be with you, Teresa.
やった。初めて巣を落とせた。いや、ティンカーやなくてな。指輪があったね。
I wonder what could...
I had a look in the nest.
Yeah? And what did you find there?
There was a ring in it. Looks like silver.
Really? Holy Mother of God! I always wanted a silver ring. But you're the one who shot it down.
You can have it.
You're giving it to me? Tess, you're the best friend ever. Thank you. I'll wear it to the dance this evening. Come on. Let's go and pick those herbs before it gets too late.
なんか、オープンワールドの NPC の動きって笑える。動きの特徴をつかんで上手にモノマネされている動画とかもあるよね。
I wonder what happened here. I saw it the last time. But no one reported anything in Scarlet.
発掘したい。
Skidded off the road and something devoured them. Maybe a wolf?
I thought you didn't believe in a wolf.
I don't. I didn't. Better keep going. Come on. It's a sweet little garden, isn't it? I never met anyone here. But it's always well kept. Probably some witch. Who else would keep a garden in the woods? It's a shame that witch doesn't grow belladonna too. Did you hear that? We'd better keep going, alright? This is the place. I'll start picking, and you keep a lookout.
Shouldn't I help you pick herbs too?
No, I'll manage fine on my own. I'd rather you kept your eyes peeled for that wolf.
What should I do if the wolf turns up, though?
You've got a bow, right? Don't think about it. Just shoot him. Besides, you've got Tinker. Although, I'm not sure he's any match for a wolf.
How long will it take you?
Just a short while. Don't worry. But while I'm at it, I'd like to pick enough to keep me going for a while. Just keep watch, and I'll tell you when I'm done.
Alright, I'll keep watch. Just make it quick.
I'd better pick as much as I can carry. I'm glad I remembered this place. It seems no one else knows about it.
狼来た。ティンカー頼んだ。まっすぐ来た。おし。ナイス連携。動物、かわいそうだけど。おい、ビアンカ。見張ってくれ言うておいて、一人全力で逃げてるやん。なんだかな。
Teresa, I'm glad to see you.
I thought those rumors about a wolf were just idle talk.
Idle talk, indeed. If I'd been alone, that beast would surely have devoured me.
Did anything happen to you?
No, I'm fine. Thank God. It's a good thing you came along.
Did you manage to pick enough herbs?
Yeah, I did. Fortunately, I'll brew plenty of that liquor. Enough for you, too. As a reward.
All right. Thanks. That was a funny-looking wolf, don't you think? I reckon it was actually a wild dog.
Wolf or dog? It was a monstrous beast. Henry will never believe this.
What will you do now?
I'll go back to work at the tavern. There's been quite enough excitement for one day. Thanks for coming with me, Tess. And don't forget to come and see me tomorrow.
All right.
With you, Teresa.
お城へは入れへんみたいやわ。そしたら、もう、マーティンの火事場行くしかないな。
No sign of the blacksmith. Where can he be?
Ah, ヘンリーママ。危険を知らせて逃げてもらいたいよ。
God's blessings.
Father sent me to pick up nails, but there's no one at the fort.
Aye, sorry, lass. Martin had to go to the castle to talk to Sir Radzig.
誰も
He's to
聞いて
forge
ない
a
やろけど、
sword for his
うち、
lordship.
ヘンリーママの声好きやねん。
And has he made the nails for Pa?
I'm afraid he hasn't had time on account of that sword. But if you come tomorrow, he'll surely have them for you. I'll remind him this evening.
All right. I'll stop by tomorrow.
Do that, dear. Oh, and by the way, the girls were looking for you.
I talked to Bianca. Was someone else looking for me?
Aye, Johanka too. She ought to be home now, if you want to stop by and see her before you go home.
What was it about?
They didn't say, but it seemed important. Which probably means boys, I suppose, eh?
Don't talk to me about boys, good wife. I've 3 fellas at home, and that's Bishek at the mill. You get more use and less braying out of a donkey.
You're very sensible for your age, lass. I'm sure you'll change your mind when your pa finds a good husband for you.
I'd like to know where. Thanks for letting me know. I'll stop by tomorrow for those nails then.
Not at all. Oh, and another thing, Teresa. Have you seen Henry around anywhere? If he helped his father out more at the forge, there'd be no shortage of nails.
おっと、ヘンリーは剣の練習していたが。
Henry? I haven't seen him at all today.
That lad is worse than a wild tomcat, always running off somewhere.
I'm sure he'll turn up soon.
Aye, when he gets hungry.
ヨハンカ。やっぱりいるんや。場所の指示が出るから、ヨハンカのお家がわかるかも。ああ、悲しい。未来を知ってしまっているからね。ああ、こんなとこやったんや。ゲーム開始時は、街から出れるとは思っとらんかったしな。知人にほとんど会うことなかったんだよな。ドイッチの家の壁を汚して、乱闘して逃げた方向。パート1の動画では、仲間を追って左に逃げたけど、右に、ヨハンカの家へ続く道があったんか。動画を見返したら、さっきの門は閉まっていたみたい。なので、当初も、柵の外へ移動できていたのかはわからないままだね。別の門から出れたのかもな。お、マティアスのお父さん。会話はできないみたいや。でも、近くに家があるんかな。
Oh my. What am I
ヨ
going
ハン
to
カや。
do?
修道院でこう一点頑張ってくれている。
ヨハンカ、what's up?
個人的な好みにもなるけど、うちはヨハンカを美人さんやなと思うね。
Something we have to talk about? Are you going to the dance this evening?
I'd like to go and have a look, if I have time for it. Why? Do you want to borrow my dress?
No, no. Nothing like that. I've got a dress, but I don't want to end up dancing on my own. If you know
この頃は
what I mean.
まだただの村の女の子って感じだね。ああ、今では疫病相手にも向き合って戦ってくれている。
Sorry, I don't.
I want to go with Matthias.
な、
So what's the
なんや
problem?
て。
Just go and tell
ヨハ
him.
ンカの思い
I've had
人
your
は
eye on him
マ
since
ティ
the
アスやっ
Harvest
たんか。
Festival.
今、
Surely you must have
修道院
noticed
に
by
連れ帰
now.
ったマティアスの看病をしていたね。ああ、
I'm at
だ
a
ったら、
loss what to
なおさら
do.
マティアスを直してあげたいな。
So you'd like Matthias to take you to the dance, but you don't want to tell him?
That's right.
How in heaven's name do you want to do it then?
Easy. You're going to steal his lucky dice.
What? How is that supposed to help, for Christ's sake?
If you can get your hands on it without him noticing, he'll be looking everywhere for it. He'll be wandering around saying to himself, "Where did I put that damned dice?" And then I'll turn up. God be with you, Matthias. You didn't by any chance lose your dice? And he'll say,
Aye, Johanka, I did. Where on earth did you find it?
"Oh, I found it near the tavern. You know there's going to be a dance there this evening." And then he'll finally get the message.
Oh, the dance. Yes. Johanka, wouldn't you like to go with me?
Of course. I'd love to go with you, Matthias. Thank you for asking. Then he'll take me by the hand, and he'll look... Never mind that. Well, that's how it's going to help. More or less.
ヨハンカ劇場。うちは、これ見て、がぜん応援したくなった。かわいいね、ヨハンカ。
But do you think it'll really work?
I'm absolutely sure it will.
盗みのプロ、うちに任せなさい。
Alright
で
then.
今
I'll
は
help you.
ヘンリーじゃなくて
Thank
テレサ
you,
の体
Tess.
か。
Bring the
あら
dice
ゆ
to
る
me
技
as
術
soon
が
as you
低下してい
have
る
it.
状態
Hang
だ
on
ね。
though. How am I supposed to find it?
He was saying at the tavern yesterday that he keeps it in his trunk when he's not going to play. Go and see Fritz first. I heard he's always got some lockpicks, whatever he wants them for. Anyway, no doubt he can show you how to use one.
Me? Pick locks? Johanka, aren't you going a bit too far?
Well, then,
maybe you can get hold of his key somehow. But whatever you do, don't get caught. And not a word to Matthias, for the love of God.
おう。今度はフリッツに会えるみたいや。ピッキングについても教わることができるみたい。しかも、フリッツがいる場所が前回立ち寄ったとこやん。生き残りだと思って近づいたら倒されてしまった場所でもあるな。フリッツはここにおったんやな。仕事場かな。おった。しっかり働いているね。うんうん。
Greetings.
What's new, Fritz?
I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. There's going to be a dance this evening. Are you going?
Maybe. I've got a lot to do still.
They say it's going to carry on tomorrow too. And they'll be roasting a pig. Can't miss that.
So I heard. I wonder how come Sir Radzig allowed it?
No, it wasn't his lordship's idea. It was Master Fayfar's.
Master Tobias? Why would he do that?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to show off his wealth. I'd have roast pig and dancing every evening if I had his
今晩のダンスパーティーを主催しているのか。
Listen, Fritz. I hear you know something about opening locks without a key.
Sure. All you have to do is charge at the door. Shoulder first.
I don't want to break down a door. I want to pick a lock.
Ah, you want a lockpick then?
Shh, not so loud.
Well, I can give you some. But you know what they say. Not even a pig grunts for free.
歌もタダでは無理だね。
Stupidest thing I ever heard. Who says that?
Mostly me. And everyone thinks it's fucking clever, so bugger off.
Hey, Fritz. How about giving me a couple of lockpicks for free, eh? After all, we've known each other since we were little.
Alright, but just this time. If you break them, don't expect to get more for free.
Just two?
You said a couple, didn't you?
Will you teach me how to pick a lock?
Sure. For a few groschen.
What about this?
You're a right pinch purse.
It's easy as fuck, unless you're all thumbs. Listen, you've got to find a spot where the lock catches and press on it. And only then can you turn it. Nice and light though. No jerky movements. Like when you're caressing a girl's... that is,
I get it. Thanks.
このロックピックでマティアスのダイスを盗めばええねんな。そんで、きっとマシューも近くにおるんちゃうかな。襲撃前はこうしてコーフさんが働いていたんだね。前回の動画ではフェイファーさんに頼まれて作業場の状態とか鉱山を調査しに行ってたんだよ。ちょうどええタイミングでテレサ編を始めることできたな。めっちゃ近くにおったんやね。
I'll be with you.
How are things, Matthew?
Teresa? It's unusual to see you here. Come to see the eighth wonder of the world, have you?
What would that be now?
Fritz, working. Well, that's a sight you don't see every day.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black. You don't look too busy yourself.
Why overdo it? Jesus was a carpenter too, but how many beams do you think he made, eh?
Matthew! That's blasphemy.
No, it's only a harmless joke. You don't have to look at me like the parish priest did at Kunesh, when he spewed over his pew.
Ugh, don't even remind me. Well, I'd better be going. Work to do, you know.
Don't overdo it now.
ちょっとダイス盗む仕事してくるな。違うからね。テレサはちゃんと働いているんだからね。 あとは、マティアスにさえ会えれば、幼馴染全員に会えたことになるかな。いた。
Teresa, I'm glad to see you. Good day.
いや、こういうのを第三者が聞き出すってのは、なんかちゃうわ。パーティーに誘う口実のため、盗みを働くのは、もっと違う気がするけど。
Fritz and Matthew have been looking for you. It seemed very important. You should hurry.
Really? That's funny. I can't imagine what it's about, but if it's as urgent as you think, I'd better go and see what's up.
離れさせたということは、ここがマティアスの家っぽいな。ああ、やっぱり、スキルってよりも、中の人のなるの影響は大きいか。よし。必要なアイテム取れたし、ヨハンカに渡してみよう。
I've brought you his dice.
I knew you'd do it! Thanks! This is great! I'll bring it to him. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
結構無茶な作戦やったけど、あとは頑張ってき。近くにいるんがバレんように裏から回って様子見てみるで。
God be with you, Matthias. Listen, I found this dice.
ちら。
I believe it's yours.
My dice? But how? I thought it was in my trunk.
No, I found it outside. It was lying on the ground by the tavern where the dance is going to be this evening.
That's odd. I could have sworn I put it away. Can I have it back?
People will be dancing all around there. They'd trample it into the ground for sure. It's a good thing I spotted it. Although, I don't suppose I'll be dancing this evening. No one's asked me.
I see. The dice? Please?
I'd put on a very pretty dress. And after the dance, I'd walk home with the boy who danced with me, if anyone asked me.
I'll take you, all right? And you'll give me my dice back.
Really? You'd take me?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. I'll see you this evening.
Right.
お、
Sure.
しゃあねえなって感じやったけど、うまくいったな。
Oh, for the love of God.
ダイスを返すの忘れたみたい。ガハハ。まあなんか応援したくなる二人やな。
May the Lord watch over you, Tess.
ようやった。あとは、若いもんで楽しんでな、おっさんですか。そしたら、もうやれることはないみたいや。家に帰るか。
To rub together. You should talk. All you have is what falls from your master's table.
Ha! Look at you! Thin as a rake from never having a decent meal, and still bloated from nothing but pride.
At least I can read and write and think for myself.
What use is that to you? To sit bare-assed
なんや言
in
い
the
争い
cold
してんな。
and read?
You pile of manure. Should I mug out stables like you? Is that what you call an honourable profession? Even the horses are more fragrant than you.
Honest work doesn't stink, you good-for-nothing.
Perhaps not, but you stink to high heaven. And tell me, what can a peasant like you know of God?
I know what the priest told me, and what do you know?
And what if the priest lies? What if the scriptures say something different? How would you know when you can only listen to what you're told like a sheep?
It's enough for ordinary people to listen, and they're fine. But you and your ilk make only trouble. Someone ought to put paid to you, and we'd have peace at last.
Like I say, you're like a wretched sheep that will go where it's told, even to the slaughter. And of God and the world you know nothing.
When has reading ever filled anyone's belly, eh? I feed a whole family with these two hands, while yours are only good for pulling your own cock.
And tell me, what can a peasant like you know of God?
I know what the priest told me, and what do you know?
And what if the priest lies? What if the
会話ルー
scriptures
プ
say
してる。
something
仲
different?
介に入る
How
か？
would you know when you could...
What are you two quarrelling about here, for the love of God?
This pipsqueak here claims studying is as hard a job as working in the stables.
I most certainly did not, because study is of course much harder work than mucking out a bit of horse manure.
See? That's what I'm talking about, and yet it's as clear as day.
Hang on. What's as clear as day?
That study is as hard as mucking out stables, if not harder.
A man who doesn't work with his hands is an idler, and a good for nothing. Am I wrong?
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions before answering. You're a scholar. What are you doing in Skalitz?
I'm on my way to Sassau with letters. This ingrate here is stabling my horse overnight before I continue my journey.
What does your work involve, student?
I'm no student, but a baccalaureus, having completed the trivium of the Faculty of Liberal Arts in the University of Prague. Grammar, rhetoric, and dialectics are my work, while this yokel wouldn't be capable even of learning Latin. Father arranged that I will serve as a teacher in Kuttenberg for 2 years before returning to the university to attend the quadrivium. To teach and be taught, that is real work.
You serve Sir Radzig at the castle, don't you, Master Groom?
Aye, and Sir Radzig is very pleased with my work. I can be rightly proud of what I do, and I bring home a nice wage too. The children are fed, and the wife can buy herself a nice scarf from time to time. I'm satisfied with my lot. How many people can say that?
What's so hard about your job, Master Groom?
That's real work. Not like this parasite here does. On my feet from dawn till dusk, feeding, mucking out, grooming. By evening, I'm dead on my feet. I'm doing something real, see? Something that makes sense. Horses are needed for work, for the lords, for riding out, even in times of war. And someone has to care for those horses. All this good-for-nothing can do is mouth off. But he'd never be able to do a real job.
肉体労働の馬蹄さんと、学問を収めて教養を広める学士さん。確かに馬蹄さんから見れば、偉そうになんやねんってなる気持ちもわからんでもないが、うちはどちらも大事なものだと考えるよ。人々にとってはいずれも必要なこと。ただな、お互いを尊重する謙虚さは持ち合わせていたいよな。学問を学んで教養があるのなら、なおのこと、うちはどちらとも分かり合えないかな。
Are you saying this good-for-nothing here who has to beg for his beer at the tavern is my equal? But to hell with it. I won't argue.
口論を終わらせられたけど、うまく対処できたかどうかは疑問が残るな。人間誰しも一人で生きてはいないということを分かってもらいたかったね。あら、今度は家の前で衛兵とお父さんが口論してる。
Why do you keep going on about it? What's it got to do with me? I keep telling you, I don't know nothing about any silver. I'm a miller. Flour is what I know about. If someone's stealing silver from the mines, why don't you talk to the mint master about it?
Well, we did. He was one
銀を盗んだ。テレサパパが、この二人、両親を目の前で亡くしたヘンリーに声をかけてくれていた人たちだね。
Everyone around here lives near the mines.
Aye, but some live closer than others. And then there's also the fact that... How to put it?
We're asking you because, well, you're a miller, right?
Oh, I see. Since I'm a miller, I must be a crook. Is that it?
No, but you know what they say.
やっぱ、この時代のこの力さんのイメージは悪いんや。
Never mind a thief. You're keeping me from my work, young fella.
テレサパパは、稼ぎがいいとかいう話誰かにしとらんかったっけ？あ、まさか、ね。おいおい、それどころか、スカーリッツを襲撃したジギスムント軍の話では、ラジック卿が銀を不正に利用したという名目やったぞ。
I went for those nails, but the blacksmith is with Sir Radzig today.
All right, leave it till tomorrow then. No hurry. Right now, I need something else. Quick.
What's up?
The guards were here asking around. They said someone's been stealing silver from the mines. Can you go and tell Stibor? He went to check the
親
fish
父、
trap below
こ
the
れ
bridge.
やってんな。めちゃくちゃそわそわしてる。
Why? What has Stibor got to do with stolen silver?
Look, just talk to him about it, all right?
But I'm asking you, Father. Don't tell me you don't trust your own daughter.
For heaven's sake, Teresa. I said talk to Stibor about it, so talk to Stibor. And hurry!
やべえ、いろいろ繋がってきてしまった。我々の時間軸で、銀が不正に取引されて、偽装コインが作られていたやんな。ヘンリーの活躍で現場は抑えた。で、言われもなく、ラジック卿が銀を不正に利用していたとされて襲撃を受けた。実際には、どうやらテレサ一家が銀を盗み出していそう。だとすると、襲撃された原因を作ってしまったのは。
Pa sent me. The guards were here asking about silver going missing from the mines.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright. Alright. Listen, Tess. I need your help.
Not so fast. First, tell me what the hell is going on.
Alright. Look. How can I put it?
Spit it out. Otherwise you're on your own.
Alright. Pa came up with a nice little job. It's quite easy to sneak silver ore out of the mines, and he found this wealthy fella who offered to buy it. So, well, it does lead back to us. The missing silver is ours.
Merciful God!
I need your help, Teresa.
Stealing from the mines? Stibor, that's really dangerous. Have you and Pa gone mad? It's no wonder there's so much talk of thieving millers. It's all true.
Please, Tess, this is really important, and I can't manage it alone. If the guards find that sack, it could turn really ugly.
Where did you hide it?
That's the thing. It's at the bottom of a flooded shaft. Samuel was working there before.
You dragged Samuel into it too?
No. Samuel knows nothing about it.
So why don't you just go and get it?
I don't know how to get to it.
For heaven's sake, Stibor! Do you know where it is or not?
Yes, but you see, when I was carrying it out, they stopped me. I was standing on this wooden walkway and I dropped it over the edge so they wouldn't catch me with it. And now I don't know how to get to it. All I know is it made a splash when it fell.
And how are we supposed to find it? Go crawling through the whole mine?
No, I've got an idea. Samuel knows that area. He'll know how to get to the shaft.
Oh no, Stibor, forget it. You're not going to drag Samuel into your dangerous games.
Christ, no. What do you take me for? All he has to do is draw a map, and we'll do the rest.
Wait. I want to ask you something. How did you get mixed up in this?
Not long ago, I saw Pa hauling a sack of silver ore. I kept asking about it, and in the end he had to tell me what was going on.
God almighty, the king's silver? If you have to steal, couldn't you take something that wouldn't cost you your lives as well as your souls?
Around here? Like what? Cabbages?
Why are you doing it? You're not going to mint your own coin, surely?
Of course not. We just sell it to someone, but Pa deals with that. I don't know much about it.
Why are you helping him?
Well, he always gives me some of the money he makes from it.
Money won't be much use to either of you on the pyre. Where do you take the silver?
Pa takes care of that. Someone comes to pick it up.
Who does?
Some slimy kind of fella. I don't know what his name is. He serves some lord, but I don't even think Pa knows who that is.
That's all I want to know for now. Are you sure it's the same shaft where Samuel was working?
Definitely. There's no other flooded shaft in the mine. Remember when everyone was talking about how they hit a spring and had to abandon it?
All right, Stibor. I'll go to Samuel and get the map from him. Have you got something I can give him to draw it with?
Here. Give him this. And try to get it from him without giving the game away. Otherwise Pa will have a fit if he finds out.
I'll do what I can. Where is Sammy now?
Where do you think? I saw him heading for the fish pond as usual to avoid work. Once you have it, Come and meet me at Wenceslas Corridor on the hill. I'll be waiting there.
いや、えらいことになってしもた。まさかテレサの家族が銀を盗んで横流ししていたなんて。これじゃあ、ラジック卿からしてみたら金を確保したかったんやな。で、ジニスムント軍の狙いは、そういうことでもなく、ジニスムント視点で言えば、ほんまに金を不正利用していたってことにもなるやんか。実際には、黒幕が一枚噛んでいるわけだけど、ジニスムントから見たらラジック卿が不正を働いていると見てもおかしいことではなくなってしまったね。ええ、やば。
Good day.
So, are they biting?
Well, so far, no. But there's still plenty of time before evening.
Why aren't you at work?
I was given some time off.
Time off? How come?
I smashed my foot with the pickaxe.
Harry, mother of God! Are you all right?
I'm fine. It was just a pretense. I needed a break.
Really, Sammy? One day you'll really get hurt, and then no one will believe you. Sammy, I need something from you.
Oh, Tess, I just got ready for fishing.
Don't worry. You don't have to go anywhere. Remember that mine shaft where you used to work before it got flooded?
Yeah, it was a deep one. We went down that morning, and we were up to our knees in water. Master Fayfar said that always happens when you dig deeper than the drainage had it. We dug a well to slow it down, but even that wasn't enough.
Do you think you could draw me a map of the way there?
Why? What on earth would you want that for?
弟は知らんってことやったから、あえて知らせてあげなくてもええか。
Stibor dropped something there.
Drop something? What?
Never mind. You really don't want to know.
For Christ's sake, what the hell are you mixed up in now? Oh, well, whatever. Show me that, I'll draw you a map.
Thanks. That will help me a lot.
なんか、ペテン師っていう、何度かヘンリーで会っているキャラ見つけてさ。宝の地図売ってたの交点。建物と橋、池の形状とかから予想して探してみたんよ。丸っこい池と、左側には橋がかかっていて、この辺りかなと捜索を始めて、丸太の橋と倒木の間の地点に袋が落ちてるの見つけた。ヨタカのポーション、忍び足のポーションとお金が入っとったで。これまでにも、宝の地図何枚もゲットしてたんやけど、一回も探しに行ったことなかった。ヘンリー君に戻ったら、また、別のお宝も探してみようね。
So, can we go and do it?
I got that map from Samuel. What now?
Great! Well, first, we've got to get into the mine. That fool Nimoy is keeping watch. It'd be best if we split up. I'll get rid of him, and you can sneak in.
I want to ask you something. Why do I have to go inside? Why don't you do it?
Well, remember when we used to play hide and seek?
Yeah? You could never find me.
And you always found me immediately, because I was useless at hiding.
Yeah. You always had something sticking out.
Exactly.
You're right. Best if I do it.
For sure. There won't be many people inside now. Most of the lads will be outside eating. But even so, watch out.
Tell me again where I can find that sack.
It's somewhere in that flooded shaft. It's a good thing I was on that walkway when they stopped me. Otherwise I'd have had nowhere to drop it. Only now, you have to get down there.
Who caught you? And how did you get out of it?
The miners, of course. I told him I was looking for Samuel, but I still got a hard time from the guards for being there at all.
That's all. All right. Let's get it over with then.
Once I get rid of him, you sneak inside past the bushes. And take a torch with you. It's as black as pitch in there. Just make sure no one sees you, though. Good luck, Tess.
はあ、ステルスやな。ヘンリー君の時とは違って、戦闘でどうにかできそうにないから、見つかったらおしまいくらいの気持ちで行かないとだね。この時もネモイさんが監督してたんやな。
What the hell was that?
暗。っていうか、うちらの見てる暗さと、みんなが動画で見てる暗さはちょっと違ってたわ。この暗闇も伝えたいという狙いやったけど、エンコードした時に多少見やすく補正されとった。松明ないとほんまに闇やからな。ヘンリー君も捜索した行動にテレサも侵入していたんだね。サミュエル。地図描くの馬。大体は一本道だけど、わかりやすい。おいおい、お昼タイムちゃうんかい。話し声がするね。松明は持てへんから、そしたら、このポーション飲めばええんやないの？若干見やすくなったか？
Oh yeah, and who's left? That wallflower Yohanka, sour-faced Maruna, or Teresa, the miller's daughter?
いや、暗いな。どういうことや。
My, that's a hell of a drop. Better be careful.
一家のためにテレサは頑張る。いい子。
Oh, that's cold. But this must be the place Steeble was talking about. Now to find that wooden walkway.
水のところに落としたって言うてたし近いな。見つけた。くしくも、ネモイさんが落下してきたポイントのような気がしないでもない。めっちゃ長いんよ、行動。あれ？お兄ちゃん何してるん？ちゃんと注意引きつけといてくれんと。出てきたとこ見られて大丈夫か？完全に見られてる。なんで座っとんねん。尻拭いさせられてほんま。落とし物を届ける相手はお兄さんじゃなくてお父さんみたいだね。
I found the silver in the mine.
Not so loud. Oh, good work, lass. Leave it here, and I'll take care of everything. Thanks.
I'd like to say I'm glad to be of help, but I'm not, Pa. It could have ended badly for everyone, very, very badly.
Tess, you know I only want the best for all of you, don't you?
The best for us? How long do you think you can get away with this? Do you think your luck will hold out forever? If they'd caught me with that silver, we'd all burn on the pyre together.
Don't say that, Tess.
I haven't finished. What would happen then, Father? Samuel would be left alone in the world? Or he'd be executed too? God forbid.
Do you think that never occurred to me? There's not a day goes by I don't think of it. Do you all want to spend the rest of your lives breaking your backs in the mill just to have enough to eat? Your mother wouldn't have wanted it for you either.
Pa.
You're right. Sorry. I promise we'll be more careful.
That will have to do me, I suppose. What about that surprise you promised me this morning?
Well, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Besides, you deserve it, after helping us with that silver. So, I had a dress made for you in Rattay. A very fine dress indeed. You'll be the prettiest lass in the village.
A new dress, Pa? But I don't understand. Why?
Well, you know, you're not a little girl anymore. You're a young woman now, mature and clever. Cleverer than me, for sure. You surely don't want to live here at the mill forever. Samuel's able to take care of himself, and after all that's happened, you don't want to end up with the kind of life me and Steeble have.
What is it, Pa? Why did you buy me that dress?
Look, Teresa, you're old enough to be married. It's about time we did something about it.
You're right, I suppose. But I don't have any suitors.
Actually, you do. I know of someone.
You found a husband for me? Who is it?
Don't worry. He's a decent man. A nice man. He's even close to the nobility. And he's rich. He'll take care of you. There's going to be a fete at the tavern this evening. Sir Radzig gave permission for a pig roast, and...
Who is it?
You can just have a chat, dance a little, and who knows? You might like him.
Are you going to tell me who it is?
It's Chief Engineer Tobias.
Tobias Fayfar?
Aye, that's right.
随分とお年が離れているのでは?
Well, Master Fayfar is a nice man. Yes, Pa. And certainly rich. But he's no spring chicken. To tell the truth, he'd never have crossed my mind when it comes to marriage.
Listen, we can talk it over, but the decision is mine to make. You've got to think of your future, Teresa. Master Fayfar is a respected man, and that respect will extend to his wife and children too.
Children?
For heaven's sake, lass, don't be so naive. You were born a girl, and raising a family is what God made you for. Unless you'd prefer the convent. Go to the tavern this evening and let Master Fayfar spend a nice pile of groschen on you. You'll have a great time, you'll see.
Show me that dress, then.
It's in the trunk here under the window. Once you've done all your chores, get dressed up and off you go.
なんという、一家の後始末をさせられ、結婚相手も選べず、ヘンリーはビアンカと、ヨハンカはマティアスと、同年代でパーティーへ行くというのに。
All right, Teresa.
酷だね。
Time to grow up. Put on that lovely dress and go and meet your groom. Well, there's no point in dragging it out.